Hello, today we are talking about business ideas for trucking. My videos talk mainly about trucking and dispatching, but today I wanted to talk about something else, and hopefully this can become a series where we talk about ideas, that you can do in trucking as a business or maybe a side business other than dispatching loads. There are a few ideas that I have, and today we're just going to start back office support. So, if you already offer dispatching services, or if you're a trucking entrepreneur, like just trying to make it in trucking, this could be a side gig for you, or maybe even a full-time job. It depends on your marketing skills, willingness to succeed, and other factors. This kind of job would be something that you can do on the side. This would not be time sensitive, like with dispatching you have to be available at certain hours of the day, like usually 8 to 5, maybe even have after hours support. But here you could do this in your own hours, maybe on a weekend, maybe at night. Set your own hours, maybe work part-time. So what you can do is for trucking companies or owner-operators, you can do invoices for them. You can do a flat rate per invoice, and you can offer your services as such. So if you get enough carriers, and then if you have like 3 to 5 invoices a week, then it will add up. I don't think in the beginning you can make that much money in order to live off of that, but it would be a nice side income. And then in future, who knows, you can do payroll for them. You can calculate the pay for their company drivers if they have company drivers, or for own operators. Okay, so you can do driver settlement for them. The way it works is usually like if there's an owner operator, and if you do driver settlement for an owner operator, what you do is you calculate how much loads they did in a week, and then all the gross amounts, and then if they get paid by percentage. So let's say a company that they drive for charges them, like, I don't know, like 15% dispatching fee, because these are owner operators leased onto a carrier, so that's different than just dispatching them. But if they charge them like 15% for the dispatching fee, you would take away that 15% of the pay. You would log into the fuel system that they're using. Like me, I'm using Fleet One cards with RTS discounts. You can check them out in description. But anyway, so you just deduct the fuel from them. They probably get charged for liability and cargo insurance. You deduct that. If there are any extra fees, such as IFTA services, IRP, like registration per week, and then that's how you come up with a paycheck for an owner operator. And then if you calculate paychecks for company drivers, then you would calculate the miles, how many miles they drove, and if there are any deductions like cash advances, things like that, if there are any reimbursements for them, and you would calculate that. So you can offer those kind of services. Another thing that you can do is maybe just do check calls for drivers. You can just call the drivers and ask them where they are. You would have to know like what loads they're doing. You would have access to that, but you could do check calls. You can call the drivers and ask them where they are, how far they have till delivery or the pickup, and then if there is a problem or an issue or something out of ordinary, you would report that to their dispatcher, okay, or the broker in that case. You can be safety. Now for safety, we're gonna make probably another video for safety, but you can do some light duties, like check the status, like log on to their ELDs, and just make sure there are no violations, just make sure everything is fine. Okay, if you have any experience with accounting, or if you think that's something you could do, and for bookkeeping you do need experience, but even if you have none, it's not that hard to learn. Now if you are doing traditional bookkeeping, that's different. Then you have to input everything into the software, and know all the terms and know some of the rules. that would be different. That's like professional bookkeeping. But what I'm saying here, you can take care of the bills. Like if the driver sends in the receipts, you can just track them. You can log into the accounts and track some of the expenses. And of course, that's a little bit more sophisticated, and not many companies are open to give access to someone that they don't know like that. But at the end, you don't even have to have the access for the banks. You can just keep the records of their expenses and then report each month, like how many miles a truck drove that a week or that month, or how much fuel they used, what's their average. It's kind of like statistics for these owner operators or for the trucking companies. And if they pay you a fee to do that, at the end they can save money because you're going to report all those statistics, and then at the end you can even come up with a profit for that week. The best about this is that you can do it on your own time, except maybe for doing check calls, but that's only like maybe once or twice a day per driver. Anyway, okay, so I hope to continue with these series. I have like 2 or 3 other ideas, so I will just continue with them, and then hopefully someone out there can make it and then tell us all how they did, and maybe give us some advice, give some ideas to other dispatchers, or even if you have an idea about side business, just leave that idea, comment down below in this video about the idea, and then maybe I can do some research and then maybe we can talk about it. So this is Enis from Never Stop Trucking. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, come back for more. I'll see you around.